Hi there, Brian Bram from Eagles Wings Community Church again, and just wanted to do a little introduction to my most recent blog called Starting a Church the Hard Way, and I think it's an exciting one. So if you haven't seen that blog and you're catching us just through YouTube or some other form of social media, you'll want to go to ewccblog.com and check out that blog. I've often been told that very often I do things the hard way, and I've been told that by my mom and my wife. So there's certainly some kind of a pattern going on there that I need to pay attention to. But sometimes the hard way is the way that gets the best results, and I think that obviously the best results are what we're interested in at Eagles Wings. So. When you read the blog, it may seem as though I am against denominations, and I try to make the point in the blog, and I'll make it again here, that is simply not true. I've been an attendee of many denominational churches in my life. I graduated from a denominational college. I currently attend a denominational seminary, so I have no ill will towards denominations. My issue is, though, that if I am going to be a leader in a denominational church, how much freedom will I really have to express my thoughts and feelings when they don't align with the doctrines of the denomination? And just as an example, if a particular denomination had, sort of 10 core values or core statements of faith that they believed that one, sort of had to ascribe to. What if I only believed in 9 of them? And maybe they would even say, well, that's okay, that's close enough. And then, well, what if I change my mind and all of a sudden I only believe in 8 of them? Or 7. So really, at what point is the breaking point before I'm asked to leave? So that was sort of one of the things that kind of weighed on my mind. I just wanted mainly to be able to continue to have the freedom to change my mind on some things, because as I learn more and grow in faith, I have had some tendency on occasion to change my mind, and as I've been presented with new facts or new perspectives from people, perspectives that I hadn't ever really heard before, sometimes in the past my doctrine has changed, and so I wanted to be able to have the freedom to continue to do that. And I really think that it takes a certain humbleness for somebody to change their mind. Plus, for a long time, I've also just had a heart to get people together from varying denominations and get them together sharing in faith in one community. And I know one thing for certain. I know that Paul, in one of his epistles, I believe it's to the Corinthians, is very upset with the Corinthians in their inability to have unity, and actually what has ended up dividing them is the very thing that is supposed to be bringing us together, which was communion. And communion was dividing them, and it seems a little bit ironic. So Paul gets very, very angry with them that the thing that's supposed to be bringing them together is separating them. And we've done this in the church as well. We've divided denominationally largely over issues with the doctrine of communion. So I wanted to sort of be able to gather as much as I possibly could varying Christian denominations. So I do have a sort of set of boundaries that I won't go outside of. I think that's also important, but I want to also have some unity in diversity. So I think that really the easy way of growing a church is to gather people just like you. And very often we call that unity. And I actually call that division. When we do that, we cut off ourselves from all the people who don't think or act just like us. So it's very easy when we get people who all agree on one particular doctrine. We can grow a church very easily and quickly that way. When we gather together and we're mostly the same color, or we're mostly the same age, or we have a reasonably close socioeconomic wealth similarity. In other words, a homogeneous, in other words, sameness type of church is really the easiest type of church to grow. And for a very long time, I wasn't so interested in that. I was more interested in a lot of diversity and a lot of different types of diversity, not just color, but other types that we've mentioned already with economic and age and doctrinal diversity as well, gender diversity for sure. So, in life there are always goods and bads to every, or at least most decisions that we make. And when weighing the goods and bads of what kind of a church that I was hoping to build, I really settled on this method and this style, realizing that there were downfalls to the strategy that I'm employing, and also realizing that there was potential for great successes as well. So this blog is largely about encouraging the people that are right now doing the hard work at Eagle's Wings, and also helping to answer questions from some close people around me on sort of why I'm not doing certain things in a certain way that seems logical. So it doesn't make our church a better church than others. It certainly does, however, make us very unique. I think one of the things that really makes us unique is one of our main goals is to have either 3 or 5, I like those numbers for voting reasons if we should ever have a disagreement, which I'm sure would come about, but having basically 3 or 5 main teaching/preaching leaders in the church from a wide variety of backgrounds, especially when it comes to a diversity of thought. So having some of those leaders be Catholic or Pentecostal or Baptist or Lutheran or Church of God in Christ, lots of different denominational backgrounds, hopefully, within that leadership group, myself included. So, and the goal ultimately really is to be an example, not only to our community, but possibly extended from there, maybe even throughout the world, that while the church may have a lot of diversity of thought, and we've certainly displayed that over the last few thousand years, but we are truly united at the cross of Calvary. So I hope you enjoy the blog, and please comment with your thoughts. God bless.